Welcome to another episode of Soul Worthy Love, where we explore that love is safe, and if it's not safe, it's not love. Today we have the great chance of having both Adam and Andrea, and we just finished a session together. So we're still in the energy of it. So I wanted to capture it while it's still real, because I really like authentic things. I don't like when things are made up or feel stiff. Like, I really want things. So what was it like to have this session today? What were you feeling before you came in? You were feeling actually pretty good this time. Mm-hmm. Yes?
Yeah.
But because you've been doing this for a while with me, you said, all right, we just want to do this. Why? Why do you keep doing it even though, there was no crisis?
Yeah. We have conflict that comes up, and whether or not it's between us or external things in our environment, we still know that when we come and do these sessions, it's going to resolve that issue. And we want to have certain things in our lives, in our relationships, and we know that when we do these sessions, we can have those things, we can create those things.
And you're a man, so we want why as a man do you because a lot of men are scared of doing this. They think it's painful. Is it painful for you to do a session?
No, not painful.
Does it feel liberating? What is it like for you as a man?
It does. I don't think I've ever felt more free than after a session.
Oh, cool.
It is, it just takes a weight off the shoulders. Things that you wouldn't think to think of, and it brings us closer too. I don't think we've ever felt as close as after our sessions.
Yeah.
It's interesting because we were just saying that one of the things we want to do with these podcasts, we're not doing this podcast because we want to have ourselves, a picture, on the internet. We're doing this, we have a goal. And our goal is to give hope, to allow people to know that there's a solution. Even though you think maybe your relationship is doomed. Did you feel when the first time you came to see me, did you feel oh my goodness, we might not make it?
100%. Yeah.
It was on the verge of ending for sure.
Yeah.
Because most people are not aware that 99% of the time, if you're fighting about something, it's not about what's happening there. It's a trigger from your past, a conditioned response. You've heard of Pavlov's dog, the dog is hungry, Pavlov brings food to the dog's salivating, smelling the food, and Pavlov rings the bell at the same time. And after a while, Pavlov didn't have to bring food for the dog to salivate, he just had to ring the bell. So we have within ourselves stories, maybe I can share a little bit about the one with your mom. Adam, we were saying I'm able to stay connected. And we found that he was stuck at birth because he was taken away from mom. And now he had associated, love, abandonment, but eventually, even though he loved his mom, the betrayal. Can you imagine the betrayal of feeling she's abandoned me? In the meantime, she's probably sleeping or crying because she wants her baby, but it's not the right time to bring the baby. And so we react from deep place, you were really touched by it. It was deep, deep for you, this sensation.
It was something that I've never been able to face or realize.
Access
before today.
And you felt a lot better after? What was it like?
Like I said, it was a weight off my shoulders. It was an understanding of connecting things from all over my past of, okay, well, that's where this came from.
I'm not crazy.
No, I'm not crazy.
I'm not crazy for feeling these things or thinking this is going to happen. That's the beauty. So most people don't know there's something called the subconscious beliefs running our life, conditioned response, which is my challenge number one. Most people don't know this exists. Challenge number two is most people don't know there's a solution. And that's why I created the Heart Freedom Method, because it takes 10 minutes. If it's a really big story, you can take 15 minutes. But in 10, 15 minutes, you can be having a fight about something. You do this, and instead of being upset at each other, now you're more in love with each other.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm making a sexist comment, but I'm going to make it anyway because that comes from experience. Like, we calculated that I've done over 126,000 sessions with people. So I started to see patterns. And on average, men come and they're like, okay, I'm coming because my spouse wants me to come. I wouldn't be doing this in 100 years otherwise, but I'm doing it. I remember Mike came to see me and he's sitting there and I'm looking at him and it's like he's got sweat beads all over his face. Like, I admire him. I was like, wow, it took courage. I said, like, how did you end up being able to come? And he said, well, my girlfriend came to see you and it changed her life, so I guess I should do it. And that's only the first time usually I find. It's like once a man realizes that by facing what's that story inside, getting rid of it, you're actually empowered. So you're not weakened. You feel more powerful each time. So now you're not afraid. You just know, like you said, we'll do this and we're just going to feel better. So what would you tell a man, especially a man, like what would you tell a man about doing this work? Like you're talking to your best friend. What would you tell him?
It's hard to get into. Men nowadays, they, from a young age, are pretty much programmed not to talk about their problems and their issues. And that was me for a long time. But once you open up and once you accept yourself for who you are and just say, I am who I am, but let me put the work in so I can be who I want to become. It's very freeing. And I do talk about it with some of the guys at work.
Oh yeah?
And I am selective because I can see who's ready for it and who still has a lot of judgment around the idea. But there are men out there who I think are ready for it. They just don't know how to get into it or kind of take that leap into.
Yeah, so that's something I'm actually really excited. January 24th and 25th, we're going to have the first breakthrough intensive, which is 2 days of doing the mind-body work, the heart freedom method. I'm going to teach people how to do it. So for 2 days, people will be able to blast through a whole bunch of things. By the time you listen to this, it'll probably be gone. The next one after that, I think, is going to be in June. So I'll let you know ahead of time. But it's a tool. It's a tool that you can learn. I'm excited because I do this work with coaches. I've trained coaches in doing, and Andrea is one of my coaches. And we have what we call the Heal the Healer weekend to gain more mastery over the method, but also to clear ourselves and each other through the method. And what happens is the magic, the serendipity, like you end up working with one person and that's exactly what they needed and you needed that one and you turn around and like, it's a really magical, beautiful experience to be letting go of stories. Because emotions are guides to show us where we have the illusion of being unworthy of love. Emotions are guides to show us where we have the illusion of being unworthy of love. So whenever we have an emotion, just know that at the core, like the story that's stuck in your physiology is that something must be wrong with you for you to have this experience. So every time you do the heart freedom method, you open your heart to yourself, and then you can have a connection with another. Without a connection to your own self, you can have the best partner in the world, but you'll never feel happy and connected. So if this little segment interests you, we can step you up, gently. I have something called the Love is Safe Starter Kit. It's $7. It's in the show notes. And, you can start your journey and see if you like it. It's a beautiful experience to give to yourself. Bye for now.
Bye.